bowing, or cracking basement foundation walls? Don't let these situations get worse with time. Call Dakota Basement Systems now. Give yourself peace of mind. We will provide a correct and accurate diagnosis of the situation, not just sell you a system. Our solutions include the most cost-effective on the market. And include a monthly service until the job is done correctly, not your typical install and run service. With Dakota Basement Systems, you will get a maintenance-free repair, with no need for future maintenance. We stay with the job until completion. This means the homeowner will never need to tighten or adjust. When we are done, so is the job. Better than new. Save yourself the hassle and expense. Our products and procedures outperform all the others. Our methods do not create compression. And there are things we promise we will never do. We do the jobs they can't, and fix those they do. From diagnosis to completion, choose Dakota Basement Systems 5-star service. Technology, methods, products, service. Best solution for your basement needs. For your biggest investment. 605-260-1634. www.dakotabasementsystems.com. Hello, welcome to Dakota Basement Systems. I would like to introduce to you our foundation post and install it in this basement mock-up we have. This foundation post is the best choice for your bowing and cracking foundation walls. It provides a permanent maintenance-free solution, restoring the strength and integrity to the value of your home. Installation is actually quite simple and is completely done and maintained by our professional team. This means no need to hassle with tools and equipment to the homeowner, ever. Our all-inclusive service can restore compromised foundation's structural integrity and value back to your home. Let's start with installing the foundation post and anchoring it to the foundation's footing. Here, the spring-loaded head unit has been installed. Note that the spring has been compressed, and the gap between the post and the foundation, due to a bowing foundation wall. Our trademarked, spring-loaded head unit, applies constant force on the foundation, pushing on the wall. As the spring decompresses, the wall moves outward. On regular service intervals, our experienced service team adjusts the spring tension, reapplying full force on the foundation. This process is repeated and allows for our foundation post to correct bowing walls. Unlike other procedures available, with the patent-pending spring-loaded head unit, the constant force moves and corrects foundations quicker, and not just stopping damage, but correcting foundation issues, restoring structural integrity and value. Now that the bowing foundation has been corrected, it is necessary to lock this wall into its corrected position. Allowing this wall to flex with seasonal movement will only weaken the mortar joints, compromising structural integrity. The final step in this process will be to have our service team remove the high-pressure tension spring and install a solid spacer to prevent any seasonal movement. This will ensure the highest quality reinforcement to the foundation and is maintenance-free, with no need for any future service. Congratulations, your home's value and structural integrity have been restored, completed in a timely manner by your most trusted professionals, all completed by experienced service team start to finish, and completely maintenance-free. No need to be concerned with any periodic seasonal maintenance. You can now confidently finish the basement. With standard 2x4 framing, there will be room to run electrical and insulation. The best part is that they may be completely concealed, without need to access in the future. Whether it will be shiplap, drywall, paneling, or maybe a fireplace. Your home is yours again, worry-free and maintenance-free. Enjoy the new space and added value to your biggest investment.
Hey everyone, it's Devin. I am here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I posted yesterday about my foundation, and I'll show you kind of what it looked like over here. I did take down most of the framing that was here, but you can still see just the wall has bowed out because there weren't gutters around the house for years, and so the water got in the soil and pushed it in. So what we're doing though now is the Eric from Dakota Basement Systems is over here.
Hi.
And Dan, right?
Dave.
Dave, I was so close. I'm sorry, Dave. And Dave are here. They carried these ginormous, very heavy
We call
beams, foundation posts down. And over here, they've already done the south wall. And then Eric just explained all of this so well, and I was like, I should have filmed that. So can you just tell me what happened over here?
Well, there's a bow in this wall, and it was tilted in. And so with these posts, we were able to correct the bow, and we actually pushed this wall out roughly 3/8 of an inch. And then we locked it into place with these beams. So this not only took the bow out, but it perpendicular or made the wall plumb again.
Okay.
And then we locked it into place. No further maintenance ever required. It's a done, fixed, maintenance-free, finished product.
Okay.
Now over here on this west wall, we did take out 5/8, maybe 3/4 of an inch of bow out of it. We only have 2 installed. We got 2 more to do. But we already moved it, that 5/8, 3/4 of an inch roughly. And over time, we'll continue to tighten them up until they're plumb and perpendicular. We'll lock these into place as well.
Okay. So it's a little different though than anchors that like are dug into the ground. These posts will be just permanent, and they get bolted down into not the foundation.
We actually anchor them down into the footing, not the floor, but they're anchored down into the footing underneath the floor.
Anchored into the footing and then attached to the floor trusses up here, and then they're able to tighten them, and it pulls the beam or the foundation post to where it needs to go, and then it just stays there once it's as straight as it can be forever. Unlike anchors where you have to continually like maintain them.
The ground is always moving. The ground is alive, and so if you don't keep them tight, we use them when we have to, but if you don't keep them tight, you lose ground. You'll never gain that back. So with these, they're maintenance free, which is a huge bonus. So they can straighten the wall, that actually push the wall out, and it's a maintenance free product. An earth anchor would actually create compression down on the bottom side of the wall. You'd have a steel plate here, and it tries to push this in, but it creates compression on the bottom side. So if that bottom's pushed out, it'll never bring that back in. This post is down at the cold joint, and it actually pushes the wall plumb from the bottom up. So it doesn't create any compression. It pushes it the correct way from the bottom up, and no compression's ever involved.
Because you're getting it as tight as you can down there.
Right. That's really important. It's tight down there, right?
Yeah. He's done that all the way along here. And so they've got, right now they're going over to the north wall, which is the worst. How many posts will go?
7. There's enough muscle. We need enough muscle to move that, so we got 7 of them.
So there's 7 posts that are going to go along this wall. They've got to kind of maneuver around the water heater and then the washer and dryer, electrical and plumbing that is over there. So, but it's going well.
Yeah,
right?
Better than expected, honestly, with all the obstacles we've had. Yeah, it's gone really well.
And he doesn't mean all the stuff that I have in here as obstacles, because that could be, right?
Oh, that's no worries. We got a 3-foot racetrack. We're good.
Okay. All right. So anything else? I mean, this one's pretty bad.
It's really bad. I mean, it's more than a couple inches. So it's going to take months. We provide a monthly service. We come back roughly every 30 days to tighten those up. We have a spring-loaded head unit up there,
which is
and as this wall,
right?
Yep. As that wall moves, that spring will work for us, even though we're not here. But we come back and tighten that spring back up, so it continues to work, and that'll move that wall the most effective and quickest way possible, so we can lock into place. We've got to take that spring out when we're done. Because if we don't, that wall will maintain the ability to move.
Oh, I see.
And that'll tear out the mortar joints. And that's another bad thing about it. That wall moves seasonally. It's just how they work. With these, we lock them into place. It never moves. It's a solid permanent fix.
And then if we weren't able to do that, we'd probably have to lift the whole house up and replace this eventually, right? Like if I wouldn't have...
It wouldn't have been too long. Unfortunately, this wall would have caved, and there's no salvage to it at that point. So you're right. We have to come in here. We literally lift the wall, excavate it all out, tear the wall out, possibly put in a new footing if needed, but then build a new wall. You typically block in this case because it is block, and we can tie in the corners. Or, you could do boards or something. But then you have to replace the wall, let it sit for a week, then you let the house back down, we waterproof it, and back built.
What's something like that cost?
Well, every house is different, every situation is different, but it's, $15,000, $20,000 deal, easy.
Just
You know, just well,
one wall to lift
to
it.
lift it, excavate it, put in the new wall, backfill it, waterproof it, and do all that.
What if it was all the walls? Like you had to redo everything.
Then you're looking at a completely new basement.
Yeah.
You have to look at the return on investment. Is the property worth doing all of that?
Yeah. See, speaking my language.
Yeah.
This is definitely like I will get a good return on investment. And I don't remember. I should know this, but I think this will be between 11 and 13. I don't remember the quote.
I don't think it was quite that high, but I have to look at the paperwork too.
You heard him right here. He said it wasn't quite that high. But for, not having to worry about it ever again, once they're as set as they can be, and then to not have to dig everything out, not have to do anchors, it's totally a great system. So very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, yay! There, now you learned stuff. Good job, Facebook friend. Bye.
I have talked to a lot of companies over this past month and a half. You are the only one that seems very genuine and clear and knowledgeable about trying to help me with this situation because it's so stressful.
Work done from Eric. How did you hear about Dakota Basement Systems and Eric and his crew?
Yeah, well, we were kind of actually looking around, and we had some work done with another company, and we still had some problems with seepage, and I called Eric and I actually called a couple other companies, and they didn't show up when they said they were gonna. So I called Eric. He said he was here right when he said he was gonna be here, and he always has been.
Wonderful.
And he looked around and said, yeah.
And so you definitely would recommend them to others?
Yeah, and I've recommended him to a couple other people, and anybody that asked me about him, and I've been told over and over again by the people that I've recommended that they're happy with the work and it's performed. This is the first year we've had no humidity, and our basement is basically fixed. We used to have humidity on our windows all the time, and now our dehumidifier doesn't run at all anymore. And he still comes out and checks on it once in a while, and I can just send him a text every once in a while, even on things that aren't related to basement, and he gets back to me right away. And
so good follow-up as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that's part of it with Eric and his company is they have the same mindset, and that's important. So that goes back to the quality issue and stuff, and the way they handle it, and how he is about making sure that what he does, he stands behind his work 100%.
Is important. Yes.
Every customer, yeah. Their uniqueness, whatever they have going on, he handles it in such an amazing way. I could not recommend him more. Yeah. And we do already.
We tell everybody or anybody that'll listen, if you ever need basement work done, call this man.
Call Dakota Basement.
Because they're great. Don't go with anybody else, call Dakota Basement.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Taking care of the problem, and he came to the house, explained it to us, and many of my neighbors came over, mostly women, and he sold me on it right away. Very nice guy.
Can you explain a little bit of the process of the work that you had him do for you?
Oh, it's a big job. Breaking up the concrete around the whole foundation of the basement. This is on the inside.
Yes.
And he had very good workers, very hard workers. And he would do the concreting or the breaking it up, and then carrying that out, and then putting the pebbles, rocks in, and the drain tile in, and then reconcreting. It was a big job.
And once you started the project, he was good to be there.
And he was there the whole time.
Yeah,
yes,
come routinely
right.
and finish up as quickly as they possibly could.
Yes, he explained it really good how it was going to work, and we covered everything that I didn't move out, and yes, it worked really good. I was very glad.
Yeah,
it means a lot to me to know I won't have water.
And that issue again, that is so true.
Yeah.
Did you search out anyone else to compare?
Not really. I've heard of other companies, but
you just felt confident enough once you had him come over. That
right. He always said I could come and call him, so I kept his number.
Very nice. Well, that's reassuring to know that if you have any upcoming problems. problems or questions, he's
That-
right there.
That's right. I'll keep his number.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And I'll also recommend him to other people, you know, if anybody asks me.
Good, good. Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming tonight.
Yeah,
And
well, this is very nice. I'm glad to be here.
yes, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome too.
But for, you know, not having to worry about it ever again, once they're as set as they can be, and then to not have to dig everything out, not have to do anchors, it's totally a great system. So very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, yay! There, now you learned stuff. Good job, Facebook friends. Bye.